Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Keyboard Kings. In this video we're going to be talking about a fantastic, budget-friendly mechanical numpad called the ROTTAY Mechanical Numpad. So when I bought this numpad, I was pretty surprised at the quality of it for such a cheap price. It's definitely a lot better than I actually expected. When I first took it out of the box, it was packaged really nicely. It was secured in there, which is actually a lot better packaging than I've had for some of the more expensive keyboards in the past. And when I took it out of the box, the first thing I noticed was how lightweight it was. Even though it's all mechanical switches, it was still pretty light for what it is. Inside the box, it simply just comes with the numpad and an instruction book, but at this price range, you're not going to really expect too many extras. I know some companies like to throw in some extra keycaps or keycap holder, etc. This one is pretty simple. You're just going to get the numpad and the instruction book. In terms of ergonomic design with this keyboard, it's going to have a slight incline on the back. It's not going to be adjustable though. There's no kick feet or anything where you can adjust it. It does come with 4 rubber feet on the bottom that stops it from sliding around while you're using it. The keyboard is also made of a high quality plastic, and as I was using it, I didn't notice any flicks or anything like that, so it's definitely a high quality build numpad. One area I was disappointed with the numpad is the keycaps, but for this price range you can't really expect too much. So it came with ABS keycaps, so I would rather have it be PBT keycaps. Those are much better in my opinion, but the ABS aren't too bad, and the legend imprints they say are fade free legends, so you should be able to use them for a long time without having to worry about them fading. So that's the main thing I'm worried about really, is the legends, and they feel smooth when you're using them, and overall I think the legends are high quality. A lot of numpads, especially in this price range, don't put any LED lighting in them. In a recent video I reviewed a cherry numpad and there was no backlighting at all. This numpad does come with lighting. It's only blue LED, but it is customizable, so you can change it a little bit, and you can also turn it off if you don't like the lighting. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool to have just a little bit of underglow, so if you're working in the dark, you can see what you're doing. Of course, you should expect that a numpad at this price range is not going to come with the high quality Cherry MX switches. So what this numpad did was go for a clone version of the Cherry switch, and they used the Outemu switches, and mine came with the Outemu Blue Clicky switch. So overall, it's pretty similar to the Cherry MX Blue switch. I thought it was pretty hard to tell the difference. It did have a higher actuation point, I noticed, but it did have a nice click and tactile response, and overall I enjoyed these switches. The one downfall is that they are known to be less durable than a Cherry MX switch, so they probably won't last as long, but still it says that they should last up to 50 million keystrokes, which is a pretty long time. The cable is a well insulated cable. It definitely feels high quality, like it's not going to break or anything. It is 5.9 feet, so that should be plenty of length for you to set it up however you need on your setup without worrying about tug and pull and stuff like that. It is a non-detachable cable, which you can pretty much expect at this price range, so that's a downfall in my opinion. I like it when you can swap the cable out, but unfortunately this one is not that way. So if this one happens to break, then you're going to have to replace the numpad. But thankfully it's very cheap, so it should be easy to replace if needed. So just running through some of the great features of this keypad. Like I said, the mechanical switches, less than the Cherry MX switches, but still I think they're pretty high quality and I enjoyed using them. It's also super easy plug and play. You just plug it in, your computer should recognize it and download any of the software it needs, and you should be good to go. It also has a great ergonomic design with the slight incline to feel more comfortable on your hand. Unfortunately, it's not adjustable, but overall I thought it was pretty comfortable to use. It also has a good sized power cable, so I had no problem setting it up and had enough cable to get to my computer and hide the cables as best as I could. And finally, it comes with backlighting, which is something I wouldn't expect a low budget numpad to have, but it was nice that they offered that. So real quick, some pros and cons. The pros are it's a great price, it's very durable, and it has 22 dedicated keys. Cons, there's no macro compatibility with this numpad, so unfortunately there's no software that you can download to customize it to your liking. So what you get is what you get. And finally, there's no N key rollover, so if you type on more than like 3 or 4 keys, then it's probably not going to register them. On a keyboard, I can see how that would be a deal breaker. I would not buy a keyboard without N key rollover. But for a numpad, I'm really not typing that many keys at once on a numpad, so it's really not that big of a deal. So is the ROTTAY mechanical keyboard worth it? And in my opinion, I definitely think at this price range, it is definitely worth it if you're just looking for a low budget numpad that you can get and start using and pretty easy to plug and play and stuff. Then I definitely think it's worth it. However, if you're looking for a numpad where you can customize the macros and micros and do all kinds of crazy different stuff, then this numpad is not going to be for you. But at this low price range, you're really not going to find a numpad that offers all of that. So just a couple quick questions that people asked. One of them was, is the ROTTAY compatible with a Mac? From my research, it's not compatible with a Mac, so it's only going to be available for Windows. As far as I can tell, I don't have a Mac computer to plug it in and test it. But from searching on the forums and stuff, people are saying that it doesn't seem to be compatible with Mac. Can you turn off the blue lighting on the ROTTAY mechanical keyboard? And if you can, how do you do it? And yes, you can turn off the blue lighting on the numpad. You just press the button where you can change the different ways that the lighting shows up. And once you scroll through it enough, you'll get to the setting where it just turns it off. So overall, I think this is a pretty decent numpad, especially for the price range. So if you're looking for just something really cheap that you can get going, I definitely recommend this numpad. Overall, I've enjoyed it. If you want to check out this keyboard, I'm going to leave a link down below where you can check it out on Amazon. It will be an affiliate link, and I'll earn a small commission at no cost to you. I really appreciate it if you use my link. Anyways, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.